Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining the channel today. I am Monique Carlisle. I am the Business Optimization and Automation Specialist here at Midasweb. We help you grow and scale your business. Every day at 12 noon Central, I come on with some general business tips, tricks, strategies, and things that you can implement immediately to start making a difference in your business. We take that strategy and we fulfill it with AI. So we use a variety of AI tools to help take that wonderful tip or strategy and create some business strategy with AI. And then we take that strategy that we have built with AI and we implement it with our automation system. Here at Midasweb, we do use the HighLevel software. It is a wonderful back office automation tool that can really scale your business. If you are not using HighLevel yet, join me later today at 12:30 at open office hours. Click the link below to get that Zoom link. And I'm happy to show you around, answer any questions you have. If you already are using the HighLevel system, that is amazing and awesome, and we would love to support you. So again, click that link below and ask your questions. Let's get you using your software more effectively, more efficiently, and more consistently. Today's topic is online learning. So that is all the rage right now, especially after COVID, which I know was a few years ago, but a lot of companies had to pivot and stop offering face-to-face meetings, courses, trainings, all of that, and shift to virtual. They had to start doing things remotely. This is everything from gyms and personal trainers through coaches and consultants. The education system had to shift and do virtual lessons and classrooms. And so you may need to pivot as well, or you may need to have pivoted. So if you have not embraced the online e-course system of selling, this is a great opportunity because you can create courses on your wisdom, your experience. It takes what you've been through and what your message is and makes it accessible. You can make courses for free. You can make them for a small fee. With the HighLevel system, you can even embed multiple courses and sell a membership to a community that has access to those courses. So that's what we're talking about today. So why e-learning? Well, it's accessible. It can be done from anywhere, from any place. They do not have to come to a brick and mortar, which allows you to expand your reach. Now you're not just limited to your local geographic area. You don't have to travel. People can hear your message and learn from you without the time and energy commitment that travel may take. We're based here in Houston and traffic is horrible. So a major deterrent can be traffic, time of day. Do I really want to wake up to drive 30 minutes down the road that's going to take me an hour and a half because it's rush hour? Those are some considerations your clients might be dealing with. So if you're going to offer an in-person workshop, it needs to be something highly impactful, something that they can't get online. So reach, accessibility, that's a major reason. Another major reason is accommodation, speaking about accessibility. So when you do an e-course, you could add things like subtitles or captions. They can turn up their volume. They can have the screen described to them. There's a lot of accommodations out there for people with various needs. And we want to make sure that our content is accessible. If you are offering it in person and you're talking to somebody, they might not speak your language. They might need a translator. They might need hearing aids or to be closer because they're visually impaired. Accessibility to the actual facility. Is it ADA compliant? Most commercial buildings are, all of them should be, but did you choose a facility that is in compliance with ADA accessibility? So can someone who's in a wheelchair or a walker or crutches, can they get to your course if it's in person? Those are limitations that limit your reach. When you do an e-course, all that goes away. Those people are able to see you and see your message from the comfort of their home. And so they don't have to navigate the world and They can turn on their captions. They can turn up their volume. They can do whatever they need to do to meet their own needs. So accessibility is a huge reason to have an e-course. You might be asking yourself, but what do I teach? Well, you teach what you would be teaching in person. You just shift it to an online course. And that's what we're going to be developing with ChatGPT today. So we are going to do a workshop development. Now we need an industry. Let's do mindset. Let's just do a mindset coach. And so we're going to develop a workshop, very short workshop, and I'm going to walk you through how can you develop your e-course that will align and be accessible to others and communicate your message. So let's load up ChatGPT here. Get everything set up. And I'm going to share my screen. In ChatGPT, and because we are developing an e-course, we're going to use the expertise of our target industry, a mindset coach. So first thing, when you're using an AI prompting generative tool like GPT, you want to give it a role, help it narrow down its wide swath of information to be very targeted. So I'm going to tell it to act in the role of a mindset coach with, let's say, 20 years experience, specializing in, could do business since we're all in business, right? So let's do specializing in overcoming business, overcoming self-limiting beliefs that affect the business operations. Okay, so we gave it its role. Now we're going to give it its task. Create we want to be very specific here. So is it a 1-hour workshop e-course? And we're not actually going to use workshop. We're going to tell it we're developing an online course. So let's do a 1-hour online course. Actually, I'm going to take a moment and teach you something really cool. I'm going to delete this. We'll come to this in a second. What are some topics I can teach on using online courses? Okay, why did I do this? This is called skeleton of thought. I am starting with an outline. I'm starting with getting the chat to narrow down what we're talking about. So I'm going to get some topics. Now, I also want to add in, do not write the courses. I only want a list. Be very specific on what you do and don't want your AI to accomplish. So let's let it run. So this is one way you can start what's called skeleton of thought. We're giving it some things to think about, and now we're going to develop an individual topic. All right, I like number 1, identifying and overcoming imposter syndrome. Do I really deserve the credit that I'm being given? That's not really me. I'm not that awesome. That's imposter syndrome. There's a lot more to it, but that's kind of in a nutshell. So I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to say, great. Always give your AI compliments and kudos and say, you did a great job. It helps improve the information that you get from them. Okay, so great. I like the first one. Help me develop an online course for this topic. Start with an outline. The course should only be 1 hour long. All right, so again, skeleton of thought. We're just going to start with an outline. So here we go. Let it do its thing. So what you're going to do from here, and we won't have time for all of it, is we're going to develop each of those. What you can do from here is you can have the AI write your script. So awesome. I love your introduction to imposter syndrome. What can you suggest a script that I can say for my course, for my video online? If you're going to create a whole video production, you can ask it, what should my video look like? If you're going to do a talking head, you don't need to worry too much about that. But if you're going to do a full production, you can ask it to give you that sort of feedback. You can also ask it for worksheets and brainstorming topics and things like that for the audience to interact with. So let's go ahead and look at a couple of those things. All right, so great. Let's develop the first section, and I'm going to highlight it. You don't always have to highlight it. I like to do that to make sure that I'm always focusing the AI on very specifically on what I'm expecting from it. This can be very important when you get this long thread, and as you're developing the course, you might run into something and you're like, ooh, I need more information about that. So you ask it for more information. You want to be very specific and relate it back to what they've done. Copy paste is a great way to do that. Commonly, I'll put, here is what you said recently, and I'll copy paste. So you can remind it what it said earlier. All right, so let's develop the first section. I need a slide. I need you to recommend the slide outline, copy for each slide, image suggestions, and a script for me for each slide. All right, so again, I'm keeping this very short, very simple, and very quick. And now we have the first section developed. It gives me my title. It tells you kind of the word choice that you want, an image suggestion, and the script. So you can create this in your favorite slide producer, Canva, PowerPoint, things like that. If you are doing a video course and you're doing a talking head, I recommend you just record yourself doing it, and then you're good to go. If you're going to create a slide presentation, there's a lot of great tools out there. HeyGen will embed an avatar. That is a cost to that software, but you can embed a little avatar that talks through the script that you now have written. You can have a slide and you can just have your voice and the slides will animate. So you would build out your slide presentation. For PowerPoint, you can export it as a video. So we're going to jump in and we're going to pretend like all of this was created into a beautiful PowerPoint presentation, and I've exported it as a video. And we're going to go put this into our software so that we can start selling it. So looks like we had a small issue, so we'll regenerate. It'll go through that. So let's go ahead and jump over here. Your e-learning or LMS, learning management system, is under memberships. You'll click on courses, and the first thing you'll see is your analytics, and we're going to go create some products. So we'll create a new product. We can start from scratch. If you have some pre-built courses in Kajabi, you can import them over. We're going to start from scratch. You have 4 options. You have the sprint course, which is just a small course. Marathon has multiple sections. And then you have your build your own and membership. You can create these. These are just templates. You don't have to start with a template. But if you did, it would be a sprint course. Let's call this imposter syndrome. Great product. All right, so when you are in your course, let's go through a couple of these options that you would use in branding and customizing your course. So, of course, you have your outline. This is kind of like a chapter, and then you have, or a book, a piece of your course, and then you have your different chapters. These are your main pieces, but you can add to them as well. So let's look at that. So at the product structure, you can create a whole category. I'm just going to call this Cat 2. And that's going to create a whole separate category. Each section can also be added. So you can add a whole lesson. You can add a subcategory, or you can even add an assessment. So I'm going to add a subcategory, which is kind of like a folder. So subcat 1. So I have subcat 1. And I can drag these lessons. So if lesson 1 should be able to do that. Okay, maybe we can't. So we'll just add a lesson, subcat lesson 1. And so you can move the main lessons back and forth, and you'll have to create new lessons for that. But it helps you to organize and structure everything. What I like about the Sprint course is it kind of gives you some guidelines on what each section should be. So a welcome message, what are we learning, why are we learning it, and then the how, the process, the steps to accomplishing it. Of course, customize this for your needs and retitle these as necessary. So let's jump into a lesson real quick. I will go through these in just a moment. Each lesson is structured very similarly. You would upload your video here. Your video comes from your desktop. So this is not in your media storage. It has to be on your desktop. You would just choose the file you want and then upload it. Put your title in, make sure the category is correct, and then have, of course, your summary. If you have files to attach, checklists, rubrics, guidebooks, anything like that, you would attach them here. And then the lesson thumbnail is what shows in the list for this course. So you can upload that image. Again, this is going to come from your desktop. It's not going to come from your media storage. And then, of course, publish and draft. Pretty basic outline to get all of your product details in there. Each lesson is similar. And let's do an assessment. I'll show you those options as well. Call this assessment 1. You can be an assignment or you can be a quiz. So a quiz has multiple choice questions. When you go in to edit your quiz, you're going to decide if it needs a grade or not. And this is what happens when they successfully pass or make that passing grade. And then we're going to add questions right here. Click on the question itself to open it up. Type in your question and then add your answers. So you add choice. Here's option 1. Type in your answer. You have a full MS Word toolbar at the top, so you can add those extra images, embed links if there's a resource they're going to use for this question, things like that. And then tell them whether this is the correct answer or not. You can even add an explanation of why that answer is correct or incorrect. So that explanation or it's just an explanation of the question. I apologize. I thought that was for each question. So you just denote that as correct. Now this is multiple choice. So I would not recommend using this for checkboxes and select all that apply unless you're using it for a specific use case like a survey of interests or something where there is no grade. They're really just collecting information using this. Like, how would you use this course? Select all that apply, and then you can get the answers. All right. So that is the quiz. If we want to do an assessment, call it assessment 2. Let's make it an assignment. When we click on assignment, you have the instructions, and then this is where they can upload something for you to review. So if they're doing a project and they need to submit a piece of that project, you could add these assignments. And again, put them wherever you want, wherever is appropriate. And then what happens when the submission is successful. So assignment and quiz are two different ways to assess. And of course, you can make this an ungraded assignment or a graded one. All right, so let's look at some customization for your quiz. Under your details page, this is where your title, your description, the product thumbnail is what shows on your e-commerce site. So when they go to check out with this product and purchase it, that's where this appears. It looks very big right here. It's not very big, visible, but not. I wouldn't put a flyer or anything like that with some heavy text in it. Maybe just a simple image. It gives you your dimensions down below. Again, your image has to come from your desktop. So all of this is coming straight from your desktop. All right, you have some customization down below. This is where you would add in your instructor information. What do you call them? Do you call them coach, mentor, trainer, lead person, all of those. So you can change that title, add a headshot of your instructor, and then of course a couple of information about them as well. If you're hiring other instructors, you can put their logo here. All of this is visible to the consumer when they purchase your course. Favicons, if you're not familiar with that terminology, favicon is this little piece up here that appears on the tab of your tabs, that little icon, okay? And if you are feeling a special inclination to customize the visual part of your course, then you can add custom JSON or custom CSS. You can add your header and tracking codes as well. So lots of ways to customize. When it comes to the visuality, this is really important because it takes people a while to find this. And so this is what it looks like to your end user, to your consumer. There are 3 different styles you can choose from, and each of these can be applied. So you can preview them and look at them. But the important thing I want to point out is this customize button. When you click the customize button, it opens up a mini web builder. This is what it looks like to see this course. You can see I already have the title here. I have a start course button. I have this yellow background with pencils, and I might want to change this, put my logo, put my information. We talked about these images here. So we're going to go ahead and click on sections. Okay, so we're in sections. So you have layout and then you have sections. All right, open. There we go. All right, so we have our header. What do we want this background to be? Let's just see where it changes. Looks like we don't have that background set up. This is the hero image. This is the most important part here because that's this image here. The hero image is this top one, and we might not want the pencils. We might want a specific, there we go. I'm having a little bit of slow, let's just do that one and upload. All right, and to see these changes, we're gonna hit save. All right, so see how it changed this to red? You have to hit save to see that. All right, now that is very hard to see. I don't like that at all. We can change the colors of all of those things in here. So we have our button color, font. I'm looking for, I know there's a way to customize this piece. So you can play. I don't want to spend too much time on this, but you can customize all of your colors. You can customize font colors, all of those things, background for the actual course. And then you can click over to lesson, and this will show you what the lesson looks like. And again, you have full customization on button colors and what this background color looks like. So come in here, play around, click save, and see and customize this to your needs. Always hit save, and then apply theme actually publishes it. So save the theme to save your changes, and then apply it to your specific course. All right, we're going to go through one more thing. Let's go ahead and come back to products. Back into our course. Offers is going to be how you're going to sell this. So right now there are no offers. I'm having a little bit of internet trouble. It's a little slow today. So you have to go and you have to create your offers under offers first and then attach it. So creating an offer is as simple as pushing the plus button. Let's call this the imposter syndrome. Choose the right course. You can have multiple courses offered under this one offer that allows you to do bundles. Do you want it free? Is it a recurring subscription product, or is it a one-time? That is your choice. And then create. Once the offer is created, you'll attach it to the product itself. Right now it's in draft. Don't forget to publish it and hit save. You have lots of settings to put in here. So description, and then you can edit the products. You can add the products, things like that. All right, let's go back into the products. Let's add that, and then we're finished. So back into offers, and it's already added. So we have it published. It's ready to sell. And two other things very quickly. You can collect comments. Do you get to comment? Does everybody get to comment? Who gets to see it? This is the privacy. And then you can see how many comments each of your course pieces got. And certificates. So you can attach the certificates here. You would need to build it under the certificates toggle menu button up here. So that is a very fast overview of e-courses. And let's look what ChatGPT made. We have 6 slides to build. And so you as the expert definitely need to come in and read this and make sure that it matches who you are and the way you communicate and the messages you want to send. Tweak it. Tell GPT, I want more information here, less here. I want to talk about this, add a topic, take off a topic, do your own interactions with this. You can ask for those assignments and assessments. Have it build all of those by just asking it to. So I look forward to seeing you in our open office hours. Again, just click the link below. We can talk about e-learning and e-courses and developing your online course catalog with AI. Talk about your high-level automation suite and answer any questions there, or just talk business. We're here to help. We want you to scale. Thank you so much for joining us. And don't forget to click the subscribe button so you are notified every time that we have a new video. All right, take care, everybody. See y'all soon. Bye.